royalty. Couldn't agree more, but could it be? I think higher than them all. Truthfully, my pen fire and then some. Apply the addendum. Take this whole thing for ransom. Give it all I got for attention. Not a mention of life well lived, for instance. Give it all.
Battle the kid is white flag. Not on my level where I stand. Got it, I'm shooting a hot hand. Out of the gym, I was locked out. I failed, the kid was a dropout. I changed the game and it's up now. The city that need me is clear now. The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the Sandman, I can tap dance through the energy blast. Run flat, never pop your orbit. I keep energy in storage. I see spinning the globe, my fingertip itch. If I could pluck the earthquake hit. Look at the wrist, look at your body, I shake it and shift. Big fish in a small pond, Godzilla with a boot on. I step into your lawn, turn skyscrapers into croutons. Hit the button going high speed, need a megaphone to announce me. I move through the pygmies in the top pick, got a big fleece. Sit back, better breathe deep. Look around and they looking at me. 10 toes still never defeat. Push button never needed a key. I see they ain't ready for me. Hot boy still 100 degrees. I cross eyes and I dotted the T's. E&D till I leave in peace. The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the heat. The people
circle is tight, feeling like where the rains. Whole lot of globetrotting, man, they don't know nada. Bro, gotta show something to me and go harder. So proper, nah, not that, we sure gotta give it all raw now, like undefeated. All that I got will never stop. I give it all, straight to the top, will never flop. I give it all, hit when we rock, that never blow. I give it all, whoa, what you say, my man? Give it all, whoa, hey, give it all, whoa, yeah, stand tall, give it all. All that I have, I let it be, 'cause nobody's better than me. What do you see? Give it all. What do you think when people look at me? 100 degrees tougher than Booker T. Couldn't agree more, but could it be? I think higher than them all. Truthfully, my pen fire and then some. Apply the addendum. Take this whole thing for ransom. Give it all I got for attention. Not a mention of life well lived, for instance. Give it all.
Upper Sandusky High School. Before we begin tonight's recognition, we'd like to direct everybody's attention to the big board, please. We would like to thank, a special thank you goes out to Madison Wenger, one of our students who put this together. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's very special recognition. The 2005 USHS Rams basketball season is one that continues to live in the hearts and minds of those who experienced it. That season also serves as the gold standard for those who currently wear the orange and black, as well as those future Rams who want to reach the ultimate goal in high school sports. The 2005 team was special not only because they had talent, but they also brought excitement, recognition to our small corner of Ohio, and most importantly, they brought our community together through sports, which the bond Ram Nation still shares today. During that remarkable season, the Rams averaged an astonishing 90 points per game, while holding their unfortunate opponents to 66 points per game. Their largest margin of victory was 44 points, and their slimmest margin was 5. In their 27 games together that season, the Rams scored 2,429 points, which is currently tied for 5th all-time in OH.REPORT history. Senior point guard Jake Diebler had 155 steals that season, which is currently 2nd most all-time in OH.REPORT history. Additionally, Jake also set the OH.REPORT record that year for most assists in a season with 294. The 2005 Rams also sported the Division II Player of the Year in Jake Diebler, as well as the Division II Coach of the Year in Keith Diebler. also sported with 3 All-Ohio selections. Jake Diebler, first team, John Diebler, second team, and Greg McKaylee, honorable mention. The 2005 team formula for success included fast-paced, high-scoring action, coupled with chaotic defense, relentless effort, and quality coaching. That formula led to an NOL title, a sectional, district, and regional title, and culminated in USHS's first ever OH.REPORT Division II Boys Basketball State Championship, and a perfect 27-0 record. Tonight, on the 20th anniversary, yes guys, I said 20th, 20 years. On the 20th anniversary of that historic season, we are honored to welcome back to USHS members of the 2005 Rams State Championship team. This group of since their epic run to Columbus 20 years ago, and some of them never left Columbus since then. These members include Miles Weaver, Greg Kimmel, Jared Nelson, Curtis Siegenoller, Aaron Weatherall, Trevor Bowman, Greg McKaylee, Jake Diebler, and Brock England. They are joined tonight by assistant coaches Brent Foley, John Becerra, and head coach Keith Diebler. We would also like to recognize the 3 members who were unable to attend tonight: John Diebler, Ian Mason, and Marcus Amendola. Ram Nation, would you please stand and join me in welcoming this special group of alumni back to USHS and cheer as they hoist the state championship trophy one more time. Thanks, gentlemen, for the memories and the legacy that you created around basketball. You guys will have a pickup game with the varsity after the game.
Shelby played it. We should have moved to Shelby so we could play the pool with.
other kid is white flags. Not on my level where I stand. Got it, I'm shooting a hot hand. Out of the gym, I was locked out. I failed, the kid was a dropout. I changed the game and it's up now. The city that need me is clear now. The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the
Sandman, I can tap dance through the energy blast. Run flat, never pop your orbit. I keep energy in storage. I see spinning the globe, my fingertip itch. If I could pluck the earthquake hit, look at the wrist, look at your body, I shake it and shift. Big fish in a small pond, Godzilla with a boot on. I step into your lawn, turn skyscrapers into croutons. Hit the button going high speed, need a megaphone to announce me. I move through the pygmies in the top pick, got a big fleece. Sit back, better breathe deep. Look around and they looking at me. 10 toes still never defeat. Push button never needed a key. I see they ain't ready for me. Hot boy still 100 degrees. I cross eyes and I dotted the T's. E&D till I leave in peace.
The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the
celebration night here inside Upper Sandusky High School, the Mountaintop. They're celebrating 27-0 in 2005, and they're looking for a season sweep of the Royals. You'll be able to watch it all live and free next.
Coach B.
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Oh, not much. What's that sound?
Just working on some long overdue improvements here.
Whoa.
Fit for a Hall of Famer. Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
First Federal Community Bank is excited to offer the Ohio Home Buyers Plus program, and it's meant to offer an above market interest rate to help the potential home buyer in their journey towards home ownership.
We've got great rates, especially for first-time home buyers. Here at First Federal Community Bank, we are here to make the home buying experience smooth and stress-free.
As a community bank, we're excited to offer this account to help fulfill the dream of owning a home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, you know we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know.
Josh Banks welcomes you into our First Federal pregame show, joined alongside my color guy tonight, Mr. Lynn Passet, for the celebration of the 27-0 2005 Upper Sandusky Rams. I'm not going to stay on the headset long. I'm going to turn it on to the legendary coach himself. He's going to speak with Lynn, head coach Keith Diebler in the house tonight. Lynn, I'll let you guys talk for a little bit.
All right. Well, this is a special night here for the Upper Sandusky fans, as it's hard to believe it's been 20 years, Keith, since you guys hoisted that trophy down in Columbus. What's it like coming back and having that group of young men together for the first time?
Lot of emotions, seeing them, and the big thing with me was seeing how successful each one of them are. When you look at this group of guys, you know, they were successful on the court, in the classroom, and looking at them now, seeing some of their children and what they've accomplished. It's rewarding.
Yeah, there's no better feeling as a coach, I'm sure, than to know that these young men I helped mold into what they have become today.
Well, I think we kind of was that way for each other. I've never coached a group that was connected as this group was, top to bottom. Worked hard, and you know, like I say, looking at where they're at now, that's what makes me happy. Coming back and seeing that and seeing the crowd, yeah, it stirs a lot of memories.
I know we were just talking off air a little bit ago about the fact that so many people didn't really stop and recognize all the work that this team put into the off season, going to Chicago, Columbus, Cleveland, all around the tri-state area, playing AAU ball in the summer and honing their skills against some of the best teams in this country. And that kind of went unnoticed until the ball rolled out on opening night.
Yeah, they were the group that put in the extra time. And today it's really difficult to get the youth to put in the time that those guys did. Mornings, evenings, running, brick workouts, playing extra like you've talked about, and then putting it together and being connected. You know, it's a group that it's 20 years and we haven't seen that yet, and hopefully it happens again. I mean, that's the joy of coaching.
That definitely brought this community together unlike any other experience. And with you growing up in Colonel Crawford, not that far away, you were certainly familiar with small town high school basketball. That's what you did. You started at Plymouth and went to Gibsonburg and Fostoria, Bowling Green, then here, then to Danbury Lakeside, Lakota. It's been small town basketball.
Yeah, when I stopped, you know, a lot of people ask me why so small, and you know, I guess I've always been kind of, you know, looking at the underdog and what can I do to mold this underdog into something that brings the community together, and then see the results years later. I mean,
Keith, we appreciate you taking the time. Your young son, Jake, is now behind you. We're going to hand the headsets over to him real quick here before we get going. And thanks for spending the time with us.
Yep, very proud of him.
All right, well, as you should be. And now Jake Diebler, the head coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes. 20 years ago, if somebody would have told you that that was going to be your title, would you have rolled your eyes and said, yeah, man, right?
I think I would have rolled my eyes a little bit. You know, when I kind of figured out I wanted to go into coaching, this became the pinnacle of the dream. And so to be in this situation right now, I feel like it's truly a blessing. And, you know, praise God for the opportunity. And I take this responsibility of being in this position very, very seriously. And we're working and fighting to get this program back to where it belongs.
How does it feel to walk back into this gym?
Yeah, it's awesome. It brought back so many memories. Wish I could get back here a little more frequently, but you know, you're seeing just a small glimpse of kind of how connected our team was to the community. And I'll never forget the way the town was essentially closed.
Oh, yeah.
We were playing down in Columbus, so there's nothing better than having a small town, Northwest Ohio team go down, you know, have the run we had, and the support we felt in this community was unbelievable. Never forget it.
You had some amazing numbers, 835 assists for your career, still a state record, and 578 steals, still a state record. What does that mean to you?
Well, I think, listen, anytime you get your name in the record books, right, you had to have played on a connected team, and you had to have played with other really good players. So, you know, I wish those things could fall under a category of really because they're team awards. And, you know, that run we had, the way, you know, when we were welcomed into this community, and really for me it was just that 1 year, was something I'll forever be grateful for. But yeah, it was fun. Had a lot of good players I could throw the ball to, that could make shots, and thankfully our coach liked to play fast, so that helped too.
Well, we are about to get the national anthem here at Upper Sandusky High School. And thank you so much, Jake, for stopping by. Best of luck to you and the Buckeyes the rest of the way. Hopefully we can get a few more wins churned out.
Thank you. Go Bucks.
All righty. Jake Diebler, his father, Keith Diebler, spending some time with us here tonight prior to tip-off at Upper Sandusky High School as the Rams are about to host the Wynford Royals tonight here on the OH Report. And the anthem is just ahead of us here.
How cool is that to have a conversation with those two guys after all these years?
I'll tell you what, being a Upper Sandusky grad, always fun to talk to the prior historians who laid the groundwork for these young men who are here tonight, going to tip it off in a few minutes.
We're going to throw it down to the floor for the anthem, and we'll be back with the rest of our First Federal pregame show. We'll get into our team spotlights, our player spotlights, and our keys to victory as we roll through this first quarter. Again, thank you to First Federal Community Bank for sponsoring this pregame show.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin tonight's game, we ask that you please rise, remove your hats, and direct your attention to the center of the court. High school sports are a celebration of teamwork, dedication, and community. The same values that have united our nation for generations. As we prepare to cheer on our athletes tonight, let us take a moment to reflect on the freedoms and opportunities we enjoy, thanks to the sacrifices of so many. Now please join us in honoring our country with the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, by the Upper Sandusky High School Pep Band.
All right, Mr. Lynn, let's get into the rest of our First Federal Community Bank pregame show, and let's meet those visiting Wynford Royals. Tell you what, you and I are both from the area. We've been around the area a long time. Wynford this year, 1-11 overall, 1-8 in N10 play. They're looking for that elusive second win. They're averaging 44 points a game, allowing 63, shooting 46% from two, and only 24% from downtown.
Well, and they lost earlier to Upper Sandusky 62-41, and if you're a Wynford Royal fan, that doesn't give you much hope. But you never know. That's why they play these games. They're not played on paper. They're played on the floor. And on a night like this, when emotions are running high after the ceremonies we just saw, sometimes that'll affect the home team more than it does the visiting team, because they can play loose. They have no crowd that's here watching them, and we have a packed house here tonight. One of the few times that the Rams have had a really packed house.
Yeah.
So is that going to affect the Rams tonight?
Well, and here's the big thing, too. You're honoring a team that finished a perfect season as a state champion. 10 of those guys are in the house tonight. I think we're missing 3 guys from that squad that aren't able to attend tonight. There's expectations that these young men are going to hold on themselves to play well in front of these guys because of what they did for the program. And you're exactly right. That could be a handout for Wynford to come in here, shoot the ball well, play good defense, and leave with, I think, what you and I both would consider an upset victory.
Yeah, not too many times do you have the head coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes sitting up watching you play basketball, and they know he's not here to watch them as an individual, but they still have that pressure of wanting to play well because he's here.
And let's go ahead and take a look at who's going to have to do it for the Royals if they're going to pull off this upset. It's going to be none other than senior leader for them. He's their leading scorer. It's going to be Mr. Weston Prenger. 15 points a game, 3.7 rebounds, 2.7 assists. He really is the do-all for them because their second leading scorer on the squad, is a true freshman in Drew Stanek.
Yeah, when you're the senior and you are the leader, which Mr. Weston Prenger is, all the focus goes on him, and that means other teams are making a game plan around you, which limits sometimes how effective you can be. So for him to be able to average 15 points a ball game, considering the fact that everybody knows he's your shutdown guy, that's saying a lot.
Now let's go ahead and flip things over. Let's take a look at those home-standing Upper Sandusky Rams, led by head coach Jeff Winslow. They are 10-4 overall, 5-3 in the N10 conference. They're looking to win again in the N10 after they've lost 2 straight. They average 56 points a game, allow 41 points a game, shooting 56% from 2 and 33% from the land of 3.
And they've got a pair of players that they kind of rely on. They have Brock Montgomery, the 6'1 senior, averaging 13 points a game. Justin Heilman, the 6-foot senior, averaging 12 points a ball game. And then they've got a couple of other players averaging close to 10. So they are a more well-balanced unit when it comes to a team. And we are underway here at Upper Sandusky High School.
Rams will win the tip. We will get the clock up and going for you guys as soon as we can here.
The Rams immediately go inside the paint, and they are able to get Cayman Isles going quickly with his first bucket of the night, and Upper takes the 2-0 lead with Wynford now in possession.
Big bucket there for Cayman to get going early for the Rams.
And the Royals will turn it over as they try to drive the baseline. They step on the end line. That'll be the Royals' first turnover of the ball game. They average 14 turnovers a night, so that's going to be something they want to try to limit as much as possible, because every time you turn it over, that's one possession you didn't have a chance to score on. Rams quickly moving the ball around the perimeter. This is Jonathan Craig off to Heilman. Heilman, the individual that they really want to try to get going quickly. Here's the corner jumper, Luke Schoenberger, no good. Rebound comes off to the Rams. Isles with a nice offensive rebound, puts it back up, no good. Rebound comes off to Wynford.
Pranger's got it. I covered them just a few nights ago. They played at Buckeye Central. Pranger really had an off-night shooting. Still had 15 in the game, second on the team in scoring, but he's one of those guys, he has to get going early for them to have a chance. This is Drew Stanek, the freshman, in the lineup with the ball. Looks like Upper's going to look to trap him, gets it to Pranger on the left wing. Be interesting to see how they attack this Upper Sandusky defense.
Well, the floater was put up right there by Stanek, and it wouldn't fall. Upper comes down with the defensive rebound, and they kick it out and go quickly.
Yeah, they're one of those teams. I was talking to a couple of the guys about it earlier. They'll get it out of the rim. 2 passes, they got a layup.
Three-point shot.
Brock Montgomery is the leading scorer on this team. He's going to be our player spotlight. We'll get to him in just a minute. It's a 5-0 start for the Rams. Stanek with it for the Royals. Again, they're going to trap him at that wing. Kicks it over Drew Johnson.
Pretty shot that time by Johnson. He finds the twine, and it's a 5-3 Upper Sandusky lead. Rams continue to keep it on the perimeter. The 3-point shot up by Montgomery, no good. They get their own rebound. Back up and in. Beautiful shot that time by Montgomery.
Brock Montgomery's got 5 off rip. He had 20+ in their win here against Shelby. Misses the 3. One thing you'll learn watching Brock, you being from the area, this young man, he'll put up a shot, but he follows that shot every single time, and that's why he's standing at the line looking to complete a 3-point play.
And another offensive rebound for the Rams. That's their 4th already here in the first quarter, but they're unable to convert. They have 7 total rebounds to just 2 for Wynford.
Great pass from Stanek to Vance, but Montgomery's going to come up from behind with the rejection.
Nice job that time as the Rams get back in transition. What looked like it was going to be a simple lay-in is swatted away by Montgomery.
And that's a great job by Montgomery getting back on help defense. Pranger's got it left wing. He'll hoist a deep 3 and knock it down. Wynford with 2 triples early to
right
really
now,
get them going.
That's what's keeping them in the ball game. It's 7-6 Rams.
Romick in the corner. Can't knock it down. Almost another offensive rebound. It'll be Prenger running for the Royals. Stolen away by Heilman. Heilman's going to get all the way inside. He can't finish, but there's another offensive rebound. Cayman Isles is down low. He's bigger, he's stronger, and he finishes.
I'll tell you what, he is dominating the boards for Upper Sandusky right now. He's got 5 offensive rebounds himself. Rams sticking to that man-to-man defense, and so far doing a nice job. And we have a 5-second call, so there's another turnover against Wynford. They have 3 already here in the first quarter. The Rams yet to turn it over at all.
And that's just pressure defense. Montgomery came out. I was told by Coach Winslow and his assistant that Montgomery was going to have the job of guarding Prenger tonight. Forces a turnover. Romick out there, the freshman for Upper on the floor. Isles going to look to go to work against Vance. Gets inside, gets that left hand, can't finish. Ends up in the hands of Prenger for Wynford. He throws it away. Heilman to Montgomery for 2 more. Defense, defense, defense. Defense turns into offense. A steal turns into a layup, and it's 11-6. Rams on top.
And those 4 turnovers by Wynford really looming big as they have already fallen behind by 5 quickly.
Cayman Isles with another board. Kicks it at Romick in the corner. Can't knock it down. Prenger with the rebound. Almost has it poked away by Isles. Kicks it to Pelter. Nothing doing there. Here comes Heilman. Justin has it. Gets it to Isles, top of the key. Ball fake. Not much of a shooter, Cayman Isles.
I'd like to see him get right back down on the block. That's where he needs to be so he can rebound and get himself positioned to catch that entry pass.
Schoenberger misses from deep. Rebounded by Pelter. Kicks it to Drew Johnson. Looks to get inside. We're going to have a body foul called there. It'll go on Montgomery.
Wynford going to their bench, getting a couple of subs into the ball game while the Rams do the same. Jonathan Craig will check in. 11-6. Rams on top of the Royals as they toss it inbounds right under the hoop. Head and shoulder fake, put up nicely but missed by the Royals as Jackson Vance had the point blank shot that wouldn't fall. Rams kick it around. 3-pointer up and in for Jonathan Craig. And the Rams have their second 3-point shot of the night, and the Rams have an 8-point lead as we take a timeout from the Wynford Royals. First quarter action, you're live and free right here on the OH Report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
They been sleeping on me.
Back at Upper Sandusky High School, Rams forcing a timeout from Wynford, and now the Royals turn it over. They have a traveling call. That is the 6th, make that 5th turnover against Wynford here in the opening quarter. Rams on top 14-6 as they have been aided by a pair of 3-pointers, one from Jonathan Craig, one from Brock Montgomery. And Wynford has hit 2 of their own, Prenger and Johnson each with a 3. Upper now forcing the ball around the perimeter. Romick with a long 3, won't fall. Rebound comes off to Wynford.
0 for 3 from deep is Romick. Gets it outside. Drew Johnson will hoist another one and knock it down. He's 2 for 2, and all of their points have come from the land of 3.
Yes, they have. Upper needs to tighten up that perimeter defense. Now Upper, Heilman putting up an off-balance shot.
Gibson misses from inside. Gets it to Wynford, gets it to Johnson. He's had their hot hand so far with 6 points. Steps back for another one. Drew Johnson is 3 for 3 from 3.
He leads all scorers with 9, and suddenly Wynford draws right back to within 2. 14-12.
Heilman has it for Upper Sandusky. Gets it to Romick. Romick, Heilman, Gibson, Craig, and Montgomery on the floor for Upper Sandusky. 1:49 left here in quarter number 1. Heilman tried to feed it inside to Montgomery. A little bit too tall for Brock, and it's a turnover. Interesting to see Wynford with a chance to tie, maybe take the lead here late in the first quarter.
And that's the first turnover against Upper Sandusky, so they went almost the entire first quarter without a turnover.
Johnson gets it to Stanek. Gets it down low to Pranger. Turnaround jumper. Wes Pranger. He tied it up. It's 14 all with 1:20 and counting in the first quarter.
Well, that timeout was a good one by Wynford. The Rams have been held scoreless since, and Wynford has gone on a 6-0 run.
Craig gets it to Heilman. Isles back on the floor. Pick a side for Heilman. Gets free throw line jumper, no good. Wynford now with a chance to take the lead. Drew Stanek.
He might be a freshman, but he doesn't move like one.
And how about that? The Royals are on an 8-0 run, and it's 16-14 Wynford. Heilman. Out left wing by the volleyball line. 28 seconds left here in quarter number 1. Looks like Upper's going to be content to hold for one shot here, take the final shot of the quarter, try to tie it or take the lead going into quarter number 2.
Wynford not looking like a 1-11 basketball team right now.
They are not.
They're looking sharp and crisp.
Heilman goes to the right side, a little bit of a switch, gets to Montgomery, skips to Craig. Craig will hoist the 3. Jonathan Craig knocks it down at the buzzer. Wynford takes a 1-point lead as we head into quarter number 2. This is going to be a fun one, folks. We'll see what the second quarter has in store for us after this commercial break.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change, yeah, it's time to break the chains.
Back inside Upper Sandusky High School, Josh Banks alongside Lynn Passet. 17-16 after the 3 by Craig to end the first, but you said it yourself, this Wynford team right now not looking like a 1-11 squad.
No, they are not. They're sharp. They're shooting the ball well. A few turnovers in that first quarter as they did turn it over 5 times. That's where they would probably like to reevaluate things. Rams only turning it over 1 time in that opening quarter. And speaking of which, a turnover against the Rams. Or check that against the Royals, I should say. (17-16), Rams by a point as Wynford stays man-to-man. Down low, this is Brock Montgomery. Double teamed on the baseline. Kicks it back out on top. This is a 3-pointer by Luke Schoenberger, and he's got himself in the scoring column with his first 3 and the 4th 3 for the Rams tonight. And it's 20-16. Upper rebuilding that lead now, slowly but surely. Drew Johnson, who's been on fire with 3 threes for Wynford in that opening stanza. Can he stay hot? That is the question. Nice bounce pass. Might have gotten away with the 3 seconds, but Jackson Vance, the 6'1 senior, pours in his first hoop of the night, and it's 20-18 Upper Sandusky.
That's a great job there by Hunter Ralston to find Vance down low, getting the open shot. Cayman Isles, little free throw line jumper. Cayman Isles with 2.
Right now, both teams starting to light it up offensively, and that's good for Wynford because they are dead last in the N10 in both scoring and giving up points. So they really need to light up that scoreboard on their side. Rams giving some double teaming pressure against the Royals Weston Prenger, and they'll end up getting a jump ball, which should go to Wynford, I believe. Nope, it comes to Upper Sandusky. I thought the Rams got it to open the quarter if I remembered, but apparently I'm misremembering.
Upper won the tip, Wynford got it at the quarter, so it would be Upper ball on that one. 6:20 left here in quarter number 2, 22-18. Rams lead the Royals. Montgomery is going to get fouled by Ralston.
We talked about the fact that Wynford is dead last of the N10 in scoring. They only average 44 points a game. They're also dead last in the N10 in three-point shooting percentage, just 25%. But I think tonight they're a little higher than that. They have hit threes right and left in that opening quarter, mostly led by Drew Johnson, who hit 3 for 3.
Yeah, Drew Johnson did a great job of finding a shot there in the first quarter. He's really going to have to continue that shooting streak to keep them in this game.
Heilman out on top for the Rams. Will dish it off to Montgomery, who now kicks it near side. Pass goes inside, and that's a walk. Yep, good call by the officials as Cayman Isles did the cha-cha-cha before getting that shot up. And that's the Rams' second turnover of the ball game. 22-18, Rams by 4. 5:55 left to play here in this opening first half from Upper Sandusky. Rams led 17-16 at the end of 1, and now we have a double dribble called against Wynford. You know, I was here last night for the Cary Upper Sandusky girls game, a game which we saw 26 turnovers by the Lady Blue Devils, and Wynford trying to complement that as well. They have 7 already here in the first half, and we still have over 5 minutes to play.
Yeah, 5:35 left here in quarter number 2. Heilman's going to get it down low with the freshman Stanek on him. Little turn around, jump hook for Heilman.
Hard to believe that's his first bucket of the ball game.
Stanek now gets it across, pressure from Heilman. Has it poked away by Heilman.
Good call as he got both hands onto the small of the back of the dribbler, and whenever that happens, that's going to draw a foul, especially when you kind of get him off balance, which Heilman did.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was a great job there by Stanek to re-maintain that dribble after it got poked away by Heilman. He does a great job of regathering it and getting to that left hand to draw the foul. Prenger has it now, gets to the left side. Josh Heilman, who's come onto the floor, is now going to step out and guard him. Kicks in the corner to Johnson. Justin Heilman almost comes away with the steal.
Boy, both teams really moving bodies in and out, trying to keep everybody fresh. Almost every single dead ball, we have a substitution from one of these two teams. Wynford will inbound under their own hoop, kicking it all the way out on top. This is Stanek. He'll go to work against Schoenberger. 3-point shot on the way, air ball for the Royals, as that time too much from Drew Johnson, who's had the hot hand from three-point range, but the Royals get their own rebound and will reset the offense. Now the three from the opposite side is good by Drew Stanek. He's got 5 on the night, his first three-pointer, 4th three-pointer on the night for Wynford, and a carry is now being called against Romick and Upper Sandusky. That's their 3rd turnover of the night.
3rd turnover, 2nd here in the 2nd quarter.
Rams holding on to a slim 24-21 lead. 4:35 remaining in this opening half as the Royals inbound from half court. This is Stanek, the freshman. 5 points on the night, including a three-pointer. Down low it goes on the box, back out on top. Drew Johnson with a three. That's his fourth three of the night. He has nothing but threes, and he has 12 points to lead all scorers. It's 24-24. Rams come back with a three of their own.
Josh Heilman's with his first bucket. It's a three-point shootout here in the first half between the Rams and the Royals.
Right now, both teams settling for shots behind the arc, and they're making them.
Drew Johnson has it, gets it to Stanek, left wing. Stanek going to get all the way to that left side. Isles going to get called for a little bit of a hip check there on Stanek.
Yep, just enough to draw the whistle, and Wynford will keep possession under their own hoop, trailing by 3, 27-24. Out on top, Stanek into the corner. Nothing doing there as Heilman applies the pressure. Now they dump it down low. Shot is blocked. Wynford got their own rebound. Blocked again.
Josh Heilman with 2 rejections.
Drew Johnson had a hard time finding an opening, and here it's Isles coming right back for the Rams with a lay-in of his own. He's got 8. And the Rams now regain the lead by 5 at 29-24. Johnson kicking it to the far side. Three-pointer for Wynford, no good. They'll get their own rebound, and it's snatched away by the Rams once again. 2-on-1. Nice bounce pass to Isles. It's up and in. Royals with yet another turnover. They have 9 on the night now, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Excellent call by the official as Drew Stanek extended that arm and created space, and that's all you need.
2:54 left, and it was 24-24. It's a 7-0 Upper Sandusky run here as we're going to have another timeout.
Been a game of runs so far. Wynford went on an 8-0 run, and now the Rams have come back with a run of their own.
And the second timeout used by Coach Ginther here in the first half. He has 3 remaining.
Looking at some of the stats, 9 turnovers against Wynford, 3 against Upper Sandusky. Rebounding unofficially, Rams with 13, Royals with 10. And it's Drew Johnson with 12 to lead the Royals, all 12 coming on 4 3-point shots. Rams have a more balanced attack. Cayman Isles has 8, Montgomery has 7, Jonathan Craig has 6. All 6 of his points coming on 3-point shots. Rams have hit for 5 3-pointers. Royals have hit for 5 3-pointers. Make that 6.
Both teams shooting it exceptionally well here in the first half.
Never would have known the Royals were not one of the better shooting teams in the N10 based on this performance so far tonight, although they are cooling off now as of the last couple of minutes. Rams go inside and get a bucket from Josh Heilman, who took a poke into the eye, and the officials are going to pause the game right now just to see if he's okay, which it looks like he is.
Looks like he's fine, and that's an 8-0 run. 9-0 run by the Rams. They open it up to 9. 2:41 left here in quarter number 2.
Entertaining ball game, 33-24.
Back and forth.
Doesn't feel like a 9-point lead. Feels
not.
more like a 4 or 5-point lead.
Stanek gets it across, guarded by Romick, the other freshman. Stanek with a little step through, poked away. Romick comes away with it, gets it to Heilman. Heilman tried to get it to Josh.
Well, Wynford committing their 10th turnover on the other end of the floor. Wynford fans not happy with the foul call on this end of the floor as they felt like there was no foul there. They thought it was just a turnover, and they're getting it now from the Wynford coaching staff as well, as they didn't think that was a foul, and from this vantage point, I couldn't really tell.
It sure didn't look like one. Heilman unable to knock down the 3.
Rebound secured by the Royals. Nice job of grabbing that one. They'll push it the other direction. Pelter fires up a 3. Rams get the rebound off the missed shot. Upper quickly pushing it the opposite direction.
Heilman with it, right wing, gets it down low to Isles. Isles going to look to go to work, gets over that right shoulder, turns, can't finish. Another offensive rebound for the Rams, 35-24.
Upper really doing a nice job on those offensive boards. Nearly thrown away again. Johnson, his shot off the rim.
Drew Johnson with his first miss of the evening, I do believe. Everything else has been from three-point range. They're going to get Justin Heilman for a foul there. A little bit extra on the push.
Just a little bit on the small of the back, and it was enough to get the whistle from the official.
35-24 your score. Upper Sandusky with the advantage.
1:26 left before halftime. This one a fast-moving ball game, despite the fact that we've had a couple of timeouts taken in this one.
Couple timeouts, not a lot of fouls, not a lot of turnovers. Prenger has it. They're going to look to trap him. Going to skip it all the way to Routston.
Prenger averaging 15 a ball game, held to just 5 so far by the Rams.
Looking to trap again. They get it to Drew Johnson. He's going to get all the way inside. Lost it. Kicks it out. 3-ball, no good. Cayman Isles gets the board for the Rams.
17th rebound for Upper Sandusky tonight, and unofficially I think about 9 of those are offensive.
Yes, sir. Isles has it. Gets it to Craig.
Final 15 seconds. They'll milk it down to about 11 or so and start to put the offense in motion right now.
Schoenberger. Back to Montgomery. Skip to Craig, and they're going to hold for the last shot. 20 seconds left. Schoenberger, Montgomery. See the offense get going right about here. 10-second mark. Last quarter it went to Craig. We'll see where it goes this quarter.
Well, they did a nice job of being very unselfish. Into Isles, head and shoulder fake. He puts it up and in, and that's exactly where Ida went to.
That's how you want to end the quarter. How about a 13-0 run to go out of the half? Rams 37, Royals 24. We'll be back for your halftime show and stats after this commercial timeout.
Hey, Travis, what's up? Oh, not much. What's that sound? Just working on some long overdue improvements here. Whoa. Fit for a Hall of Famer.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH.REPORT.
First Federal Community Bank is excited to offer the Ohio Home Buyers Plus program, and it's meant to offer an above-market interest rate to help the potential home buyer in their journey towards home ownership.
We've got great rates, especially for first-time home buyers. Here at First Federal Community Bank, we are here to make the home buying experience smooth and stress-free.
As a community bank, we're excited to offer this account to help fulfill the dream of owning a home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire out the songs. Let it burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. Got the fire in the bones. Our desires, they become who we are. We go hard, giving up, no we're not. Yeah, the first step is showing up. Now we're here blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. Yeah, the first step is showing up, hit 'em chill. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. We're blowing up, hit 'em chill. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let 'em know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. Ruthless, ruthless. Give it all you got, you gotta let 'em know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless.
Josh Banks welcomes you inside our First Federal Community Bank halftime show. Apologize for all the technical difficulties, folks. Our scoreboard is up and working now. You'll be able to see an updated score at all times when it happens. I am joined alongside Mr. Lynn Passet. Thank you so much for all the help in the first half. That was fun trying to fix everything for us. But how about the first half that we just seen from both of these teams?
Well, I think if Wynford was told before the ball game started that they were going to come out and shoot as well as they did, they would have gladly taken it. They had 6 3-point shots in that first half, and that kind of kept them in the game for the most part. But on the other hand, it was the 10 turnovers that really kind of doomed them in. So if they can rein the turnovers in, keep shooting the ball as well as they are, they can climb themselves back into this ball game. But if they're going to continue to turn it over at the pace that they are, it's going to make it rough as they trail by a score of 37-24.
Well, and here's the thing. I spoke with you about it before we came on the air. I was at their game last week with Buckeye Central. Late in the fourth quarter, they took a 42-41 advantage. Buckeye Central then goes on a 13-0 run to win that game, 54-42. We were tied 24-24 in the second quarter. Upper Sandusky just went on a 13-0 run to close out the half. Eerily similar to what I've seen out of them just last week, but a much better shooting performance from them. And how about Drew Johnson with 4 triples in half number 1?
Yeah, he was unbelievable. He was 4 for 4 at one point in time. Then he cooled off and missed a couple. The other part of the ball game that really is kind of solidifying things for Upper Sandusky is the rebounding. They lead 18-12, and out of those 18, at least half of those are offensive rebounds, mostly by Cayman Isles, who has really done a nice job of hitting the boards and getting those second and third chances for the Rams.
Which, with his size listed at 6'6", against a Wynford lineup whose tallest player on the floor at any point in time, I want to say, is 6'3". He's got a 3-inch height advantage. I think you and I both expect him to kind of dominate the boards, but he's done a really good job finishing in the paint as well when they've got the ball to him. The one thing about Cayman, and he's worked on it all year, he struggles to go over that left shoulder being left-handed. He's getting to that right shoulder, he's getting to his comfort zone, and he's finishing when given the opportunity.
Yeah, I'd really like to see him get the ball on the low post and maybe play an inside-out game where they get it to him down low, and then he kicks it back out for the open three. And then after they've hit a couple of threes, then you can start working on that spin move down low. He really does have that height advantage going for himself, and I'd really like to see the Rams exploit that a little bit more by playing an outside-in game and trying to work with Isles down low on the post.
And he does a great job of, hey, it's to his advantage. He takes advantage of it, something that we've got to see from him for quite some time now. So it'll be really interesting to see the adjustments that are made by both coaches here in this half. Who's going to make the adjustment to give themselves a chance to kind of work their way back into the game? And if you're Wynford, again, yes, you're down 13, but this does not feel like a 13-point ball game.
No, they've been in it for most of the ball game until, as you said, the Rams went on that 13-0 run to end the first half. It was 24-24 with about, 2:50 left to go in the first half, and then suddenly a little spark from the Rams, couple turnovers, couple of missed shots from the Royals. Next thing you know, you look up and, wow, it's 37-24.
Close out of our First Federal Bank halftime show and come back in to the mountaintop, where Wynford will start the second half with possession. Dawson Pelter has it. Gets it back to Stanek. Drew Johnson had the hot hand in half number one. Just holds the ball freely. Another turnover.
Schoenberger just slaps it right out of his hands, and the Rams go the other way, and Isles puts it up, in, and gets the foul.
Basket's good, and how about a foul shot to go along with it?
That's one thing we haven't seen is a made free throw yet tonight.
We have not. Montgomery's attempted our only free throw. He missed it in quarter number one. But, again, turnover leads to layup. It's what's tortured Wynford all season long.
And the Rams complete the three-point play. And that really came because Upper didn't just get the turnover, but they also quickly pushed the ball down the floor and got numbers on their side.
How about Pringer? Wes Pringer. Hey, he's doing his part. He's got 8. But inside, nobody's there for Schoenberger. He still gets blocked.
Nice job.
Great job. Nobody's there for Schoenberger. He still gets blocked by Pringer to come over, help side, get a hand on the ball.
Well, he did a nice job of staying vertical, which is the key. If you're going to block a shot, you got to stay vertical, and so many players want to reach in and then bring their arms straight up. Nice offensive
rebound. Luke Schoenberger, and that's just effort, right? That's extra effort.
And we got a Royal down on the floor at the far end. Looks like it might be Drew Stanek. Nope.
Pringer. Pringer down on the floor at the other end. 42-27 Upper here in quarter number 3. 7:10 left, and it's, a 4-3 quarter to start. Pringer looks to be okay.
Yeah, if you're Wynford, the last thing you wanted to see was Upper continuing to extend their lead.
Hey, how about the freshman right there? A little fake right finish with the left.
Stanek with 7 points. Nice little dipsy doodle move there, and suddenly it's 42-29.
Josh Heilman's going to hit one from range. Hey, you want to shoot 2, I'll shoot 3.
Well, I'll tell you what, you leave him open like that, he's got a 50-50 chance of making it.
And that's the biggest positive for Upper Sandusky this year. You got 4 guys on the floor right now that can beat you from deep.
And then they've got inside Isles, who can hurt you with the inside shot. And it looks like they just nailed Isles for
they've got inside Isles.
what looked like kind of a ticky-tacky foul there. I didn't think he really got much of him.
I just replayed it. I'll replay it again for you, Lynn. I would
And then they've got inside Isles, who can hurt you
much of anything
with the
there.
inside. Maybe the body.
Edelson Pelter to the stripe to shoot 2.
In, out, and out again.
Front rim, back rim, over the front rim. It didn't fall. That's not something you see very often. If it hits that front rim into that back rim, it's normally going to fall in. That one just a little bit too strong.
That one explored every part of the rim possible, as did the second one.
The first one missed short long. That one went around the rim, and it still wouldn't go in. Montgomery has it for the Rams. Content to just move the ball around the perimeter. Hey, they're going to get an open shot, and they're going to get their open shot, and it's Luke Schoenberger. Can't knock it down, but Isles there for the offensive rebound. Gets to that left shoulder. Can't finish, though.
Good job, though, by Isles of getting that offensive rebound.
Drew Johnson misses from deep.
I think that ball actually hit the cable that holds up the standard. Nobody caught it as far as the officials.
Justin to Josh. Josh in the lane. Little free throw line. Floater.
Josh is starting to come to life. He's now got 10. He had 5 at halftime, but all 5 of those came midway to late second quarter.
Josh Heilman with the job of guarding Drew Johnson right here. Gets inside. Isles steps over to help. Jackson Vance can't knock it down, but Drew Johnson with an offensive board. Step back 3. Knocked it down. Drew Johnson.
His first bucket of the second half. He's got 15 to lead all Royals in scoring.
Montgomery now has it for the Rams. Gets it to Isles on the elbow. Down low to Montgomery. He'll look to go to work. Spins baseline. Up and under. Brock Montgomery.
That was a pretty shot, and he did so without traveling. And now another turnover against Wynford. They're 12. And the Rams with 2 chances and can't get it to fall.
Josh Heilman unable to finish the first one. Gets the offensive rebound. Can't finish there either, but how about another steal? Josh Heilman misses another one.
Boy, those bunny shots are killing the Rams right now.
And it's going to lead to an attempted 3 by Drew Johnson. He couldn't hit. Heilman's down the court. This time he'll finish. Josh Heilman.
Speed of the game right now almost looks like the 2005 Upper Sandusky Rams, as they have been frantically pushing the ball up and down the floor on this night that they remember, the 20th anniversary of their only school state championship in boys high school basketball.
Now that you bring it up, let's talk about it a little bit. That team was maybe one of the most special teams that we've seen in the state of Ohio in quite some time. I mean, you've got the numbers in front of you. They scored 189 points in 2 games at the state tournament between the state semifinals and the state championship.
Yeah, the state semifinal game against Dayton Dunbar, a lot of people thought that was the state championship game because those were the best 2 teams down there, and the Rams were not afraid to run with Dunbar. In fact, they outran Dunbar, beat them 95-90, and then turned around and knocked off Worcester Triway 94-86 to run the table at 27-0 that season. Jake Diebler, 835 assists for his career, still a state record. 578 steals, still a state record. He was the Division II Co-Player of the Year that season. Went on to play basketball for a couple of seasons at Valparaiso before getting injured and really not being able to finish his career the way that he wanted to. But, hey, I think he'll take being the head coach at The Ohio State University.
And the things that he's done at Ohio State in the short amount of time he's been there, as Ralston's going to get called for a travel, the things he's been able to do down there in Columbus, the players he's been able to bring in, the transfers he's been able to bring in, the guys that he's kept around. But it wasn't just that 05 team. They were a state semifinalist in 07. They were a regional finalist in 06. They had 4 good years here at Upper Sandusky with the Diebler brothers and all those other guys they had to go along with it.
Yeah, the unsung hero was really Greg McKaylee, a 1,200-point scorer, and he was also a 3-time All-NOL basketball player. He was an All-NOL football player, went on to Mount Union where he won 3 national championships and was the 2-time Stag Bowl MVP. So Greg McKaylee was really, in my opinion, the glue to that team along with the Dieblers.
Wynford's going to have another turnover just on that last possession. It leads to a Johnny Craig 3. He's got 9 points now. 22-point advantage. Montgomery finds Isles. Isles inside. He's got 2 more. And Upper's kind of just blowing this thing open as Coach Ginther's going to take another time out. It's a 19-8 quarter so far, and we still got 3.5 minutes left.
Yeah, Wynford's kind of running out of gas right now. They just don't have anything on the defensive end that they can counter, and offensively the shots aren't falling like they were in the first quarter.
Well, and I mean, we're up to 14 turnovers for the Royals in the game, but the big picture, and I'm looking at your stats right here in front of us, 24-14 on the rebounding side of things. And again, more than half of those rebounds being offensive. If you look at the stats for the N10, we talked about, they're 1-11, 1-8 in the conference. They're the worst three-point shooting team. They're the worst rebounding team in the N10 as well. And you know as well as I do, being around the game as long as you have, you're not going to win very many basketball games when you're getting out-rebounded by double digits.
And you're only averaging 44 points a game. That doesn't give you much wiggle room to win ball games when you're giving up 44 points a game. And then defensively, I want to turn that around. Wynford is averaging offensively 44 points a game, but then defensively they're giving up 63. So they're on pace to allow the Rams way more than 63 tonight because they already have 56. So that's just kind of the double trouble. They're not scoring well and they're not defending well. And they turn the ball over a lot.
Yes, they have tonight here for sure. Wynford kind of sitting in a trapping matchup zone here. Pope gets it out top. In the corner, that three's up and no good. Montgomery soars for the rebound. Dribbles it off of his own foot. The hustle, though, ends up in the hands of Pranger. Gets it to Pope.
Thought it was interesting when I was talking to former head coach Keith Diebler before we did our interview. He said, so what are these two teams doing? I really haven't been following high school basketball. And he said, what's Wynford's record? And I told him they were 1-11, and he rolled his eyes, and he said, I can't believe it. What's happened? Because they've always been so good, especially under Rob Sheldon for all those years. And just kind of a downtime. Things run in cycles. I think Wynford will get their act together, and they're playing some young players right now.
Absolutely.
It's just going to be a matter of time when they get the experience under their belts.
Romick has it now for the Rams. Gets it to Montgomery up top. Little ball fake. Kicks it to Justin Heilman. Justin looks to get inside. Little spin move. It's going to get fouled. That'll be the second team foul on Wynford here in the quarter.
And we are right back here again tomorrow night as Upper Sandusky will welcome in their cohorts that used to be a league member, Riverdale.
Back in the old NCC days, North Central Conference.
So Riverdale comes into Upper Sandusky tomorrow night, so that'll be another opportunity for Ram fans to see their team as Pranger goes in for the layup. He's got 10 now tonight.
Steal by Emler. Brad Emler with the steal.
And Montgomery scoring on the other end. He's got 11. Still 2 minutes to go third quarter. This has been a long third quarter. Rams just controlling the boards.
Stanek misses the three-point attempt. Justin Heilman, he floats, he scores, and that was a beautiful take by Justin Heilman.
He averages 12 a game, and he's been rather silent tonight. He didn't score until late in the first half, and now that's his first bucket of the second half, so he's only got 6.
Pope.
Nice shot.
Gets it to finish. Seth Pope. Heilman. Out to Justin, to Josh. Can't finish. Brock Montgomery with an offensive rebound, one-handed pass. Gets it to Heilman. Josh to Justin this time. Another offensive rebound. And this time, Justin again can't finish, but that's the rebounding portion of things. Look, I've watched a lot of basketball. Normally teams really struggle to rebound when they play a zone defense. Wynford's playing man-to-man, and they're just not getting bodies on people to prevent these offensive boards.
Yeah, when you're playing man-to-man, your back might be turned so you don't even know the shot has gone up. But hopefully you've got your body positioned so that you're peripherally being able to watch the basketball and see that shot go up. And I'm not really sure that Wynford is doing that. It almost feels like they've got their backs completely turned to the hoop if their man is under the hoop, and they don't really know that the shot's going up to start boxing out.
They don't know the shot's going up, and then once they realize it, they're just not getting bodies on people. Montgomery soars through the air there to get that offensive rebound over 3 Royals.
Heilman hit both free throws. He's now up to 8 points on the night.
Stanek gets it to Pope. Great feed inside. Drew Johnson almost lost it.
And then
he's going to throw it away, trying to get to Pelcher in the corner.
15 turnovers against Wynford They've had 5 in each quarter. They've been consistent. That's one place they've been consistent tonight.
And it's not because of pressure. It's just mental mistakes for the Royals.
That one right there, a perfect illustration of it. Johnson was just out of control, trying to regain his dribble, and just was out of control and just kind of made a half-hearted pass. And you've got to be crisp and clean with passes. You've got to keep your body under control, as Isles is doing right here.
Cayman Isles with the ball fake and a finish. It's 28-point advantage for the Rams.
Isles leading all scorers now tonight with 19 points. He is a 6'6" senior. And tonight, he almost feels like he's about 6'9" because he is just controlling the glass.
Drew Johnson has it for the Royals. It looks like they're going to. Now, here's my only issue with this. You're down 28. Is one shot really the goal here?
No. You really need to continue moving, and they just turned it over again for their 16th time. And when you're having a hard time holding on to the basketball to begin with, you really don't need to try and hold on to it for long periods of time. Just find a good open shot and go for it.
That's going to be the end of the third quarter. 64-36. Upper Sandusky with the advantage. We'll be back for money time after this timeout.
First Federal Community Bank is excited to offer the Ohio Home Buyers Plus program, and it's meant to offer an above market interest rate to help the potential home buyer in their journey towards home ownership.
We've got great rates, especially for first-time home buyers. Here at First Federal Community Bank, we are here to make the home buying experience smooth and stress-free.
As a community bank, we're excited to offer this account to help fulfill the dream of owning a home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Josh Banks back inside the mountaintop. Wynford trailing Upper Sandusky 64-36. Joined alongside Lynn Passet, and Lynn, that was another dominant quarter by Upper Sandusky.
Well, dominant to say the least, as they really outclassed Wynford in that third quarter. And you know, the Royals might be 1-11, but as I look at their crowd, no one is leaving. They're staying here, they're supporting their team, and trying to be a voice for them.
Isles inside again, a great little up and under, can't finish, but there's another offensive rebound. Brock Montgomery.
Yeah, I've got the Rams with 29 rebounds, Wynford with just 16. So not only is Wynford not shooting the ball well as they did to open the ball game, but they're turning it over and they're getting killed on the glass at both ends, especially their defensive end. Rams getting a lot of second, third chances.
Montgomery gets it to Justin Heilman, gets inside, little floater, nothing doing. Montgomery, another chance, and Montgomery's going to get fouled. And offensive rebound after offensive rebound. I feel like every time on the other end of the floor, they're getting 2 and 3 opportunities after missed layups.
Yeah, Wynford just can't seem to match up height-wise, jumping-wise, and once Upper misses, they're right there in position to get their own rebound.
Well, and that's a testament to the Rams. Coach Winslow really works with these guys playing off of 2 feet. They're playing off of 2 feet. They get off of the floor well. They do a great job. You see a lot of kids nowadays, they shoot a shot, they're not following the shot. The Rams do a really good job of following their attempts. That's what leads to a lot of these offensive rebounds.
1 out of 2 that time for Brock Montgomery, the 6'1" senior. He averages 13. He's got 12. He just didn't want to hit his average yet.
Leading scorer on the team. Pope has it now. Elmer in the corner to Pelter. Has it stolen away. Another turnover. Montgomery gets the steal. And he'll get called for a travel.
Rams now in double figures on turnovers. They have 10. Wynford with 17. Looks like the free popcorn's getting handed out now because the concession stand has said we have none left and no one is buying it, so we're just going to get rid of it. And they didn't even come here.
I'm going to have to say something about that one.
Over and back. Not a good choice when you are actually dribbling the basketball sideline to sideline and you just step over the line. Everything going wrong right now for Wynford.
65-36. 6:43 left here in quarter number 4. Jacob Romick, the freshman, to Montgomery. Justin Heilman with it now. David Gibson into the game along with Schoenberger. Gibson catches it in the corner. Down low to Heilman. Goes to work on Kohler. Gavin Kohler plays great defense there. To Montgomery. Montgomery right wing.
Now the Rams are going to be patient, and you don't blame them.
Absolutely not.
This game's under control. Take your time. Run the offense through 2-3 times, and then look for your first open shot.
And it's going to be right there.
Wouldn't fall for Heilman.
Rebounded by Pope. Trip. Pope will get fouled by Heilman.
Kind of a frustration foul because he knows he should have converted to the other end and wasn't really paying attention defensively then as they reached half court and ended up tripping the Royal defender.
Josh Heilman will replace Justin Heilman.
Well, the Rams won this matchup at Wynford's home floor earlier this season. And I'm looking at the score here to make sure I'm correct on it. It was 62-41.
Gibson's going to get a steal. Another turnover. How about the pass? Montgomery can't finish. Another opportunity. Montgomery's going to get an and one opportunity. And again, all offensive rebounds. Montgomery misses the first layup, gets a tip-in opportunity, misses that, gets another offensive rebound, and he finishes.
That's probably one place where the Upper Sandusky coaching staff, after watching film tonight or tomorrow, will have a chance to sit the guys down and say, do you realize how many shots we missed that were like 3-footers? All because we didn't go up strong with the basketball and under control. We were just kind of tossing them up and being lackadaisical about it.
Montgomery knocks it down. That makes it a 32-point ball game, and he's up to 15 on the evening.
And I think he is done, along with Cayman Isles. Both are out of the ball game right now, and Isles with 19, Montgomery with 15 to lead the Rams.
Emler. Skip pass to Pelter. Dawson has it now. Gets it back to Emler.
Pelter, they list him at 6'2". I don't think he is 6'2". If he is, it's a deceiving 6'2". He looks more like a 6 foot.
Pope's going to get fouled by Jacob Romick.
No bucket.
No, they're going to call that on Craig. No bucket. It'll be out of bounds. Both teams going with young lineups. For Wynford, other than Seth Pope, they have Jay Stuckman, a junior. Vance. Gibson has it.
I know back when I played high school basketball, there were a couple of schools that whenever you got your program and you looked at the height, you always took 2 inches off of the height of whatever they listed because you knew they were just trying to make it look good to try and intimidate you, Willard being one of them.
Seth Pope has it now for Wynford, just still looking to keep themselves competitive. That's a 3-ball, front rim, no good. Schoenberger is going to get the rebound.
32 rebounds for the Rams tonight, just 18 for Wynford, so that's been a big dominant factor. Another turnover against Upper, their 11th.
Jackson Vance. Nice little move inside by Vance. Gets himself to the free throw line. Just a little underneath. Went underneath Schoenberger, got the contact. We'll see if he can step to the line and knock him down.
Rams averaging 12 turnovers a game on the season. They have 11 tonight, so they're right around their average, while the Royals average 14 turnovers a game, and they have 19 so far tonight.
And again, like you and I have talked about, they're not forced turnovers. A lot of those 19 turnovers are just unforced mistakes. They're mental mistakes that this far into the season, yes, they're going to happen, but not as often as we've seen it tonight.
Yeah, especially that over and back. That was a perfect illustration of it when you're just dribbling the ball out front and you're not paying attention to your own feet and where you're at on the floor. Nice alley-oop pass.
It leads to another possession, though, an offensive rebound per se, because Upper Sandusky still has the ball.
And they missed another lay-in that probably should have been converted. The pass was pretty much on the money, off balance, but probably still should have been converted.
He says, hey, I can't make a layup, but I'll knock down a three.
Josh Heilman with 15, including 3 3-pointers on the night for him.
Heilman with 15, Montgomery with 15,
7.
Isles with 19.
7 3-pointers for the Rams as well. Somebody must have been listening earlier. We're getting grub.
We are getting lots of goodies just brought to us, Lynn, that we will divvy up between the two of us and our cameraman, Mr. Young, as Drew Johnson unable to finish. And Coach Winslow is going to take a full timeout, and it's a 7-2 quarter so far for Upper Sandusky. Hey, while we're on the timeout, let's take a look at what they just brought us.
I think this was probably a chance for Coach Winslow because he's getting his subs into the game. So, 1, it was a substitution timeout. And 2, I think he's probably now going to take this opportunity to say, guys, I know you don't get a lot of playing time normally, and I know you want to score, and I know you're excited to be in the ball game, but what do you say we run through our offense maybe twice and then look for the first open shot we get, and I want nothing but a layup. That's probably what he's telling his team. He wants the clock to keep moving here. They're up 71-38. There's absolutely no reason for them to start throwing up wild threes and off-balance 15-footers. Just run the offense and get a good shot. And I think we have enough Subway subs in that box to feed the entire team when we're done.
Hey, shout out to Upper Sandusky Athletics and AD Blake England just brought us up an entire box of Subway sandwiches, cookies.
In fact, we have more olive oil up here to sprinkle on our subs than probably would last an army for a year.
I'm having a time and a half trying to get this back into this bag.
So the Rams are running their offense, as I predicted they would do. And I'm sure he told them at least 2 times through the offense, and I want nothing but a layup. Well, there was the layup, and they missed it.
Caleb Arter unable to finish there.
Wow, we've got cookies galore.
Cookies,
we got subs. Maybe the 2005 team passed on subs and we're getting their leftovers. I don't know.
That's another Wynford turnover. Romick comes away with it.
Wynford with as many turnovers as they have rebounds tonight, 20 of each.
And how about Craig? He's got himself into double figures. He gets up to 11. I want to say that's the 5th Ram in double figures tonight.
Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Josh Heilman, Cayman Isles, Brock Montgomery, and
Justin
Jonathan
Heilman's
Craig.
got an 8. He's 2 off of the double figure mark. 4 guys in double figures. You're up to 73 points. Anytime that you can put 4 guys into double figures, you're going to be difficult to beat. But when you go along with that and you force 20 turnovers and you out-rebound your opponent by
34 to 21. Yeah.
You're going to be hard-pressed to lose a basketball game the way the Upper Sandusky Rams have played tonight.
After the first quarter, it was 17-16, and you were thinking, wow, Wynford's shooting well. Had, I think, 5 turnovers in that first quarter, as they did each of the first 3 turnovers. I'm not sure why we have a stoppage of play. Maybe
somebody lost the shoe.
Oh, well, I guess tires are kind of important on a car, so can't say that I've ever seen anybody stop the game, though, for a flat tire because you're supposed to just keep going, but the officials were being kind in that case.
Kicked out, 3-ball up, and again, no good. But, hey, offensive rebound for the Royals. That's Drew Pope, the junior.
But as I was saying, Wynford came out shooting really well and only down by 1 at the end of the first quarter, but then the Rams went on that 13-0 run to end the first half, and that's where the separation took place, and it has never even gotten close since then.
Upper Sandusky now 94 seconds left. Stolen away.
That's now their 12th turnover. That's their yearly seasonal average, so they are right on it.
Rouston gets it to Reed Johnson. Hunter Rouston's going to get fouled. That'll go against Ethan Smith. Lots of freshmen and sophomores on the floor now for both teams, as you've got Arter, Baldwin, Smith, Romick, and Craig. For Upper Sandusky, Reed Johnson's got it. Ethan Smith just took it right from him. Jonathan Craig now into double figures again. If you're both of these coaches, this is your future with on the floor right now.
Yep, and Coach Winslow's just hoping that there aren't too many turnovers, and there is a lot of that. Nice shot by Jacob Romick, who got his first points of the night off a 3-ball.
We're inside of 20 seconds remaining. Reed Johnson a hoist. How about the 3-ball from the freshman, Reed Johnson? 76-41. It looks like Coach Winslow is going to call him off. 76-41 is going to be your final from Upper Sandusky, as the clock will hit zeros. Upper sweeps Wynford for the first time since the 21-22 season, and they do it in dominating fashion.
Well, and they did so in front of that 2005 state championship team. They put on quite a shooting display tonight, something that I'm sure those Rams were happy to see.
Absolutely. We'll be back for the post-game show and your MVP interview after this timeout.
Coach B. Hey, Travis, what's up? Oh, not much. What's that sound? Just working on some long overdue improvements here. Whoa. Fit for a Hall of Famer.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH.REPORT.
First Federal Community Bank is excited to offer the Ohio Home Buyers Plus program, and it's meant to offer an above-market interest rate to help the potential home buyer in their journey towards home ownership.
We've got great rates, especially for first-time home buyers. Here at First Federal Community Bank, we are here to make the home buying experience smooth and stress-free.
As a community bank, we're excited to offer this account to help fulfill the dream of owning a home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let's Furion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Josh Banks back inside the mountaintop where the Rams improved to 7-2 on the season at home. Back here with our Quest Federal Credit Union MVP, senior Cayman Isles. 19 points, a double-double for you tonight. What was it like for you guys to get the season sweep of Wynford, the first time you swept them since the 21-22 season?
You know, it feels good. Last year, we lost on a heartbreaker, I think, so we come in and prepare for this game, and we want to win badly. After the 2 losses we just took last week, so we were prepared and ready to win.
Yeah, you guys get a bounce-back win. You were 0-2 last week, like you said. You lose a tough one to Bellevue. You lose at Colonel Crawford. You get a bounce-back N10 win tonight. You come back tomorrow night. You get Riverdale here at home. What's tomorrow going to be like? What preparation have you guys already went through this week to get ready for tomorrow?
Same thing, just, you know, stick to our defense. We've been playing really good defense. Pressure the ball, rebound, and push the ball up the floor, and we're able to score really easily.
You guys forced Wynford into 21 turnovers tonight, and you out-rebound them by double digits. What was it like for you guys to dominate the glass? And I know we were talking about on the air, Coach is very happy with the rebounds, I'm sure, but he's not going to be happy when he looks at the film and sees all the bunnies that were missed. What was it like for you guys to just be able to dominate the boards and get back on the winning track tonight?
Before this game, Coach was telling us that a big part of this game was going to be our rebounding, and we went out there and just out-rebounded them really well.
All right, last question I'll ask for you. Again, you have a double-double tonight, a big game for you. What's it going to take for you guys, your guys, the Upper Sandusky Rams, to finish out the season strong? You got some N10 games left, finishing that top tier of the N10, and then, hey, tournament draws right around the corner. We're hoping to get a good seed to make a deep run in the tournament.
We just got to come back every day and practice as hard as we've been practicing, getting better on defense and offense, and figure out what we got to do for the games to prepare to beat them.
What was it like to get the win tonight in front of that 27-0 05 squad?
It felt good. It was real loud tonight.
It was real loud tonight. It's the most packed I've seen this gym in quite some time. Cayman, you know how this works, my man. Camera's looking right at you. Go ahead and give your shout-outs.
My family that came, and Luke Schomburger.
All right, that's our Quest Federal Credit Union MVP, Cayman Isles. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Josh Banks back with you inside the mountaintop into the First Federal Community Bank post-game show. We're first going to be joined by victorious head coach Jeff Winslow. And, Coach, I just asked Cayman what it was like. I'll ask you the same thing. You guys come out here tonight. You put on a show in front of the team from 05 that finished 27-0. What did it mean for you as the coach to have those guys in the house, back in the community, and your guys to really show them, hey, we're still playing Upper Sandusky basketball?
Yeah, it was really nice to have that group back. Everybody knows how good a team that was, and it was nice that almost all of them made it back. A couple of them just couldn't because they weren't, they just lived so far away. And anytime you have a packed house like that, it just gives your kids a lot of energy, and I'm sure they want to show those guys that they can play basketball too.
Next question, you guys were on, lost your last two. You come back tonight. Again, this is your first season sweep of Wynford since the 21-22 season. What was it like for you to execute the game plan, do things right? Again, you guys do miss a lot of easy ones, but you fight for offensive rebounds, you force the turnovers, you kind of do everything that you guys want to do, and you do it right.
Yeah, we stressed all week long that, Ohio State didn't win their conference either, and look where they were at the end of the year. So we still got big things to play for, and there's lots of titles out there for us to get that, you won't even remember the conference championship at that point. So we got a lot to play for. We want to finish, we can still finish second in our league. Probably first is probably too far out of the way. And we're playing pretty good basketball. We just had, some tough times. When you play good teams, sometimes it goes the other way, and that's what against Bellevue and Crawford just didn't quite go our way. So I think we learned a lot out of those 2 games, though, and that's why we had a good week of practice and played really well tonight. To come in, Wynford's always a big rivalry game of us being so close, and I just thought that we did a really good job of owning the paint. And that's what we live on. We're very good 3-point shooters, but when we shoot good, it's because we go inside out, and I thought we did a good job of owning the paint, both on the glass and getting into numerous guys in the post.
Yeah, came in again. Our MVP tonight had 19 points, one of his better nights in the scoring column this year. But you put 4 guys in double figures. Brock has 15. Josh gets into double figures in his short amount of time. Jonathan Craig, new to the varsity level with you guys, gets himself into double figures tonight. Justin Heilman has 8. I was talking to Lynn on the broadcast. When you put 4 or 5 guys into double figures, you're a hard basketball team to beat. And that's something that you guys in your wins have regularly done.
Yeah, we've done that all year long. And it's not necessarily always the same 4 or 5 guys, but anytime, we do a good job of sharing the ball, moving the ball, and anytime you can get 4 or 5 guys that are scoring, that's really hard to guard, And it was nice to see Johnny. He's just a young kid that's a really good scorer, really good shooter. Nice to see him break out tonight and get in double digits. And he's a kid that at some point in his career he's going to be a double-digit scorer. There's no doubt the way he can put the ball in the hoop. And he's finally growing now, which is nice. So I think he's got his mom genes there. It looks like he's gonna be fairly tall before it's all said and done. And it's just to be able to put 4 or 5 guys in double digits, you got to have kids willing to not care who scores. And our kids just move the basketball and try to get the best shot, and they're happy for their teammates when they score. And that's a lot of fun to be around too.
Riverdale tomorrow here at home. What's it going to take to, back-to-backs are always tough, to keep this mindset after the win tonight, come in tomorrow night, get another one, keep this kind of winning ways going towards the back half of the season?
Yeah, they're a nice basketball team. They're 10-7, I believe, and they got a senior-laden group that have all played like 3 years.
Yep.
So they can really shoot the ball. And they're big, strong kids because we got all those seniors. So it's going to be a tough task for us to come in back-to-back, but they're playing too. So, it comes down to the same things. We got to guard the way we guard. We got to rebound the way we rebound. We got to own the paint, and then 3-point shooting is going to take care of itself when we own the paint.
All right, Coach. You know how it works. Go ahead and give yourself a shout-out. We'll let you get out of here.
Well, I'm going to give a shout-out to my wife. She's been doing a lot lately because I've been a little bit under the weather, so she's run all over the place, and I don't know what the heck I'd do if she wasn't around. I wouldn't be near coach I am, so I appreciate everything she does.
All right, that's our victorious head coach, Jeff Winslow. Congrats on the win. Good luck tomorrow night.
Hey, thanks. Appreciate it.
First Federal Community Bank is excited to offer the Ohio Home Buyers Plus program, and it's meant to offer an above-market interest rate to help the potential home buyer in their journey towards home ownership.
We've got great rates, especially for first-time home buyers. Here at First Federal Community Bank, we are here to make the home buying experience smooth and stress-free.
As a community bank, we're excited to offer this account to help fulfill the dream of owning a home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Josh Banks back inside the Mountaintop one final time, joined alongside Lynn, Passet. And Lynn, the Rams take care of business in front of that celebration team, the 05 Rams. handily tonight, a 35-point victory, 76-41 on the tune of a lot of really good defense.
Well, it was also the 13-0 run at the end of the first half that really kind of springboarded this team onto this big victory tonight. And as you mentioned with Coach Winslow, 4 guys in double figures, 15 for Josh Heilman, 19 for Cayman Isles, 15 for Brock Montgomery, 11 for Jonathan Craig, and then 8 for Justin Heilman. When you've got scoring like that, you're going to be hard to beat. They took care of the basketball. Their season average is 12. They had 12. They out-rebounded the Royals significantly, 34-22. Wynford only had 2 players in double figures. Drew Johnson, who hit 4 straight threes to open his night, finished with 15. And then Weston Prenger had 10. And other than that, Drew Stanek at 7. So they really struggled scoring the basketball tonight.
And that's kind of been the downfall so far this year for the Royals. They've struggled to score it. We talked about it. They only average 44 a game. They give up 60-plus. But they're very young. Drew Stanek, a freshman. Reed Johnson comes in and puts a ball in the bucket. He's a freshman. Jaron Vance on the floor. He's a freshman. They're a very young squad, so Coach Ginther has a lot to look forward to in the years coming. We got to see kind of that youth on the floor there at the end of the game for both of these squads. But you're looking at the stats right now. Both teams finished with 8 threes. Upper Sandusky has 24 field goals. So Wynford's 14. But again, you talked about it. Rebounds and turnovers. Neither team shot a lot of free throws. Upper goes 7 of 9 from the stripe. Both teams with a quick turnaround. Both teams play tomorrow night. If you're Coach Ginther and the Wynford Royals, what do you take from this contest to come back tomorrow night and be better?
Well, the doubles are hard when you got to play a Friday, Saturday night double back-to-back. But I think just start with something simple. Like tonight, guys, let's focus on taking care of the basketball. Let's value the basketball. That's got to be rule number 1 tonight. Let's just slow ourselves down, take care of the basketball. The shots are either going to fall or they're not. We can't control that, but we can control how well we take care of the basketball. And then secondly, we've got to rebound. We got to find our man. We got to get a rear end on them, and we've got to just stay with them and rebound. If you can just eliminate the turnovers and start rebounding better, I think that's going to be a good step in the right direction.
And on the flip side of things, Lynn, Coach Winslow, we just spoke to him. Upper Sandusky again on a back-to-back of a doubleheader. Another one at home tomorrow night. You and I will be here on the call. What are they going to have to do to bounce back, stay refreshed, stay in that kind of mode, and come out victorious against – we haven't got to really look at them yet. We haven't looked at very much stats, but what Coach Winslow said, a very talented Riverdale Falcons squad.
Yeah, Riverdale's a good basketball team, and the Blanchard Valley Conference is usually a pretty decent gauge as to whether teams are good or not, and they're having a successful season. I think you just try to build on tonight and just keep tonight going. Try to come out hot early and just shoot the ball well. Find your rhythm. They seem to do very well tonight when they push the ball down the floor. Just keep pushing it again tomorrow night.
All right. We're going to get ourselves out of here, Lynn. Before I send us into our credits, any final thoughts?
Well, my thought is I'm going to give my sub and several others to Brian back at the OH.REPORT. And in return, he's going to give me some OH.REPORT garb because he has yet to do so. So I'm going to hold him hostage and tell him no more vittles until I get some OH garb.
Hey, Brian, Travis, Jory, I know you guys are all out there watching you here. Lynn needs some merch. Let's get him some. We're going to roll the
turns,
replays, guys.
Another
again,
offensive rebound.
as always, thank you to our amazing sponsors, Chris.daris, Edward Jones Financial
Advisor,
First
that's
Isles,
exactly where I'd have went
West
too.
Federal Credit
That's how
Union,
his hands.
Burkhart
The Rams go the other
Center,
way, and
Home
Isles
Kitchen
puts it
Supply,
up
and
in
Kimmel
and gets the
Corporation.
foul.
Guys,
Got
we
numbers
couldn't
on
do
their
what
side.
we do here
How
on the
about
OH Report
Springer?
without the
West
support of this
Springer.
amazing group of
But
sponsors.
inside,
So thank
nobody's
you
there
for allowing us to
He
do
still
this.
gets
Then bring their arms straight up.
For Lynn Passet,
offensive rebound.
Shane Young on camera, as always. I'm Josh
The
Banks.
last thing you
Everybody
wanted to
listen.
see was
Stay
Upper
safe.
continuing to
Enjoy your
extend
Friday
their
night.
lead
Come
to
hang out with us
29.
again tomorrow night.
Josh
and have a
Heilman's
great
gonna hit one
rest of your
from
weekend.
range.
And then they've got
And
inside
we'll see you in the
Isles
next
who
one.
can hurt you with the inside shot.
Justin to Josh. Josh in the lane. Little free throw line. Floater. Johnson with an offensive board. Step back three. Knocked it down. Low to Montgomery. He'll look to go to work. Spins baseline. Up and under. Johnson, he couldn't hit. Heilman's down the court. This time.
Really, Greg McKaylee, a 1,200-point scorer, And he was
22-point advantage. Montgomery finds Isles. Isles inside. He's got
tonight, so that'll be another opportunity for Ram fans to see their team as